Let's face it, health insurance can be confusing. Give me a couple of minutes and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I help my clients find the most affordable and good health insurance. My name is Greg Crawford. I'm a health insurance broker with Health Markets. I've been helping clients just like you, folks like you, find really affordable health insurance. They can sleep good at night knowing that they have good health insurance. There's really two different types of health insurance that you can choose from. Number one is going to be the marketplace. Now, these are all the health insurance companies that are on the federal marketplace. Some pros and cons to that, which I'm going to get to you in just a minute. The other option that you have is to go with a private short-term health insurance. And I'm going to give you the pros and cons for that one too, and kind of direct you which way you should go depending on your specific situation. So here we go. The marketplace. Number one, if you have a pre-existing health condition, this is going to be the area that you want to focus on because they do cover any type of pre-existing health issue that you might be suffering from. You have a choice between a PPO and an HMO. Basically, a PPO is a larger network of doctors and specialists. You don't need a referral from your primary, whereas an HMO is going to be a smaller network. We could get into that in a separate video. Next is the marketplace. You can qualify for tax credits, which they put towards your premium. So that's going to be based on your income level. If you're at a certain income level, basically you need to be at least under $120,000 a year in income, whether it's W-9 or self-employment. Self-employment, they go by your net, whereas if you're a W-2 employee, they go by your overall gross. If that's the case, if you're below 120 or below 100,000 a year, then most likely you're going to qualify for tax credits and it's going to reduce your monthly premium. Typically, if you're a higher income earner, you're not going to qualify that. You're going to pay the most for your premiums. So if you are a bit of a higher income earner and you are healthy with no pre-existing, then we start to look at these private short-term insurance policies. And there's some really good ones out there and there's some really bad ones out there. So it's really important that you know what you're looking for. Obviously, that's what I help with. And there's only a couple of companies that I would steer my clients towards that. There is one company that is really great, which a lot of my clients use. So with this, you're going to typically have a 3-year term with this. They don't insure pre-existing conditions, so you do go through a little bit of underwriting. And like I said, this is going to be mainly for healthy folks, people with no pre-existings. You're not on a lot of medication. This type of policy is really to cover your worst case scenario. So if something big happens, you have a major health scare, you're hospitalized, you want to make sure that you're covered. Hospitalization and those type of bills are the number one reason people go into debt is medical bills. It's also going to cover doctor copays. So if you're still healthy but you want to go to a doctor, you want to go to urgent care, things like that, you're still going to have copays for those types of things. Premiums. So premiums tend to be cheaper than marketplace premiums, a lot cheaper, unless you're qualifying for those tax credits. A couple of things to consider too when you're going with this type of private short-term insurance. Things that I implement that help lower your monthly nut is we're going to go with a higher deductible. And you might be saying, why would I want a high deductible? Well, because if you're healthy and you're only going to see the doctor once in a while and you're just paying these copays, the deductible is not really going to be a factor, so you might as well pay less per month. The only time the deductible kicks in is if you're going to be hospitalized. So what we do to protect you from that is we will supplement that. So we'll add a little bit of a supplemental rider policy to the main policy, which will actually pay you out an indemnity payment that's going to cover that deductible, okay? And that's for things like hospitalizations, accidents, injuries, even some chronic illnesses like cancer, heart attack, and stroke. So there you have it. Those are the two areas that you're going to pretty much choose from. It's really important that you know what you qualify for, what to look for, especially if you're looking on the marketplace, what's going to be a good plan, what's going to be a good private short-term insurance. And that's what I'm here to do. So if you need help with any of those things, if you want me to give you a complimentary quote and see where you stand and get to know you a little bit, go ahead and either comment below or send me a private message and I'm happy to help. Again, my name is Greg Crawford and thanks for watching.